Hey guys, it's Drew here. Well, today I'm taking a break from working on the cars and stuff to do a little laptop work here. This is a 2007 Acer. This one's a 5570. This is my transplant computer. Actually, my original computer was the 3680 model. So they're pretty much identical, except for maybe some of the memory was a little different. I don't know. They're like sister computers. So all the things are the same, the screen and everything else. So I'm going to show you. This is a 2007 computer, so it is actually 11 years old, and I'm keeping it running. It still runs. It's got Windows Vista on it. I have to use Mozilla Firefox. I could upgrade to Windows 10, and it'll probably fit on there. But today I'm going to show you how to update the RAM memory. A lot of people know how to do this. Some people don't. So anyway, but you can see this is the old motherboard I had. A lot of times when your computer stops working and the lights won't come on at all, the fan won't turn on, nothing like that, it can be this part right here. Now part looks different on all laptops. But believe it or not, Acer, Gateway, everything except for like Dell, a lot of computers are made by the same companies nowadays. So this part can go bad, and what will happen is this little end here shorts out. A lot of times from people pulling on the cord, things like that, it'll cause your laptop to not work. So that plugs in like this, and you can actually just replace that part sometimes. Well, in this case, I had the screen on mine, the hinges on the screen had broken. So I was just using the screen. It was just kind of hanging. I had to prop it up. Well, I caused a short in the motherboard on my computer, and what I'll do is I'm going to show you guys where it is here. So if you look on here, I'm going to see if you guys can spot the short. I got to remember where it is exactly. It's on the other side, actually. Okay, the motherboard has two sides. Okay, so tell me if you can spot the short here. I'm going to scan over this very slowly. Can you spot the short? Okay, I'm going to go back again. There's the short right there. See how that's all kind of burnt in that area right there? Usually you can see that. That's where one of the little capacitors or circuits had actually split. So I'm not too great on soldering, so I'm going to transplant my motherboard. Actually, I'm just going to take my hard drive instead of transplanting the motherboard. I bought this other laptop online, and I used the screen for it before. So I'm just going to transplant my hard drive into the other computer, so I can do that. Now, when you're transplanting a hard drive, you gotta make sure that there's two kinds of hard drive. There's the SATA and then the other kind. I can't remember. They're two different brands, but those two do have different connectors. Most hard drives nowadays have the same newer connector like this. They're not the old kind with so as you can see, these both hard drives are both the same. So I'm gonna put my hard drive into this computer. But what I want to show you also is how to change memory on a laptop. This is pretty simple. So there's a panel here. Now, not all computers are the same, but this is on Acer. You undo the little screws here, and then you just sort of pry open the panel. It pops up, and when it pops up, it exposes this on here. Now, some laptops, you may have to take the whole back off. Things are different now. This is for laptops. Like I said, this is 11 years old, so nowadays it's probably like different with tablets. You probably got to take the whole thing up. Not tablets, but just Ultrabooks or whatever they are. So, but for this version, you pop these little pins on the side. You just do them both at once. And it's spring-loaded. And see how it comes up like that? And this cartridge, this little thing just slides right out. Okay, and there's two of those. So you can do it. So this memory's already been upgraded. Now to put the new memory in, you line up that little spot there. Just slide it in. And you want to make sure your memory's compatible. Sometimes on some laptops, that little notch will not be in the right place. Means you could have the wrong memory. So you can get memory on eBay. You can get used memory really cheap. Just to show you that. Okay, and then let's show you some of the other parts of the laptop in case you're not familiar with them. Like I said, this video is sort of a beginner's video here. This is the copper part. This is all the fan. And the fan goes over your processor, your Intel processor, or whatever it is. Some are AMD processors. That's underneath this part right, I think it's right under there. Yeah, it's that big black cube, I believe. I can't, it could be on the other side here. I just know there's a big fan. Anyway, the fan goes here. Sometimes your fan will quit, but I believe that's it. The fan sucks air in here and then blows it and cools over this thing. Okay, so over here you have your one of these is, I think this is the thing, your wireless antenna here. Your Wi-Fi. It could be wrong. As I said, I'm pretty rusty on this one, but I think this is your Wi-Fi antenna. It's either this one or this one. I think it's probably this one. There's two little connectors that hook up to it. And I'm trying to see. And those connectors actually go all the way up to the top on the other side. And they pop out up here. Oh, I know. I took those out. That's why. I unplugged them so that I could take out the screen there. But here's what your antennas look like. It's a white and a black wire. And they hook on to one of these ends here. Right there. Okay, there it is. Right there. See these one right here and right there. There's two little things here. So what these do is these hook on. Well, so it goes onto your screen here, and it goes all the way up, and that's how you get your signal. The white wire goes all the way up here. This one broke. And the black wire goes up here. And it creates an actual antenna for your computer to have the Wi-Fi available. So if your Wi-Fi is messing up on your laptop, a lot of times it can be that part that's broken. And you can see the screws. You can actually replace that card. Or you can upgrade that, from what I understand, to make it your Wi-Fi a little better. Okay. Well, as I said, this is just sort of a mini tutorial. This is where your hard drive goes. And I'll show you right here. And it slides in here like a cartridge. And you just push it in over this and it locks in. Now, it pulls out. There's a little tab to pull this out. Okay, your hard drive actually does come out of this case. So if you have to replace your hard drive, of course you're going to lose your Windows. You undo these screws, and you're going to want to keep that this little case with all the little circles on it, because your hard drive won't just fit in there by itself. Of course, if you replace your hard drive, you are going to have to reboot whatever operating system you have, Windows, and you'll lose all your older information unless you save it somewhere else. So, okay guys, well this is just sort of a quick tutorial. Here's your battery. Obviously you guys know where that is. And when you flip this over, okay, to get inside here to start with, your screen's on here. I already took the screen off. You don't have to take the screen off to do this. This is just for getting to the back of the computer. But I just did this. But anyway, your screen's here. And when your screen is hooked underneath these little things here, you fold your screen all the way down, and then you take a little screwdriver and you pop the sides here. And there's little snaps. And you very carefully pull these snaps up. Don't force them. Okay, and then that end is exposed there. And then if you want to get to the other side of the motherboard, you have these screws here. And each laptop is a little different, okay? And then this is the cable that connects to the computer, so that the screen actually runs into the computer. You got your power buttons here. This is your main power button right there. And so when you push that button for the power, see how long that is? It pushes inward. It just taps that little tiny thing down there, and that starts it up. And then these are other buttons here too. So sometimes if that power button's broken, that can be an issue too. So, all right, guys. Well, this is, like I said, this is a fossil of a computer, but you never know. Somebody might be looking for or how to repair an old Acer laptop. That's what I'm doing here. If you know, and some people don't know how this stuff works. That if you're a follower of mine for cars, you may not look at computers. So I hope this is interesting to some of you guys that are my followers, and I want to thank my subscribers. I've got about 4 or 5 regular subscribers that comment, and you guys are awesome. It just makes me feel awesome to create videos and know that somebody's watching. So if you guys have any questions about how the Acer laptops work, just send me a message in the corner. Like I said, this is not really a super complicated laptop, but I am transplanting everything. You can see where I just completely gutted it. Let me show you one more part here. So this is where the motherboard fits into this base here. I don't want to scratch that screen, so let's move that out of the way. That's the screen right there, and you don't want to damage that. Everything's falling over here. Oh boy. Okay, so but your motherboard fits into here. Something like I can't get it 100% right, but anyway, it fits into this case, and then it flips over onto the case, and it's in there. So it's all big shell. And then you've got the other side where the keyboard goes. This is the other one that I took apart. So you can see how that looks there. And then your keyboard, this is the mouse pad right here. Those can go bad too. If your mouse pad isn't working, sometimes the connectors and these very fine wires can actually be damaged and they won't work. And your keyboard has a very similar one. I've got a keyboard right here. Let's show you. Okay, the keyboard has a little thing like this, and there's little clips. You have to be very careful when you're pulling those clips and slide that in, and then you lock it in place. So, yeah. Anyway, but isn't that amazing? Just these little wires keep things going. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the inside of my computer. And then here's the CD-ROM drive. Wow, CD-ROMs, they're ancient now, right? Because everybody uses USB cables and or USB ports and stuff like that. But, yeah, these were fun for watching DVDs back in the day. And this slides into the side right here, which connects into the motherboard. All right, guys. Well, this is Drew. You know, hopefully this helps somebody out who's looking to see what an old laptop looks like. Or if you buy an old laptop and you're upgrading things. This laptop does still work, which is awesome. I'm going to use it till it won't connect to the internet anymore. I use Mozilla Firefox because Internet Explorer doesn't update on Vista anymore. And it's susceptible to all sorts of viruses and stuff. You can also use Google on there. So, yeah, and if I ever have to redo the operating system, you cannot reload Windows because it won't update to the point where it's useful. So it's on its last leg. I've heard you can use Linux software to reboot an old computer. All right, guys, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you found it interesting and it helps. Thanks to my regular subscribers. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.